This is a review of the IWC 5001 Portuguese. Now, I originally bought a black version of this watch about 12 years ago, and when I bought that one, I was umming and ahhing about should I get the black version or the white one. At that time, the white, and I think even now, the white is the most popular, but I just prefer the black one more than the white. But over the years, the white has really grown on me. So this one is the 5001, but it has the updated movement. The black one that I bought has the 5010 movement in there. And within probably just over 6 months and a year, between a year, they changed the movement. They made some improvements, and and you can see the difference between the two is almost unrecognizable. And most of the improvements have been underneath. The 5010 had 44 joules, and the 5011 came with 42 joules. And I believe it ran a little bit slower. The beats were a little bit slower, but it was supposed to improve the watch, the accuracy and stuff, which I always found a bit strange. Why did they just not wait the extra 6 months or 8 months or whatever it was, and then produce the one watch with the one movement? But that's IWC. They decided not to do that. Like I said, the black version I've got has the 5010 movement, so I don't know how many of those there are around, so it could be quite a rare watch down the line. Like I said, I've had it for probably just over 12 years, the black version. So let me give you some specifications on this one. It's 42.3 millimeters wide, and it is 13.9 in height, and it uses 22 millimeter lugs, which is great. IWC have not quite fallen into the trap of making odd numbered lugs like 19 or 21 like some other companies are doing now. So you can easily find a 22 millimeter strap. But one thing, it comes on this deployant buckle, but the odd thing about it is it tapers down to 18. So it's quite hard to find a strap which is 22 up here and 18 down at the bottom. So when I change a strap, I just use a different buckle. I don't use a deployant, but I do have one which does take an 18. Now I've tried it on various straps. Those who have seen my other videos know that I'm always changing my straps. So I've tried it on a rubber strap and a leather strap, ammo strap, and also a rather exotic snakeskin strap. At the moment, I've put it on this brown aviator type strap, which is 22, and then it does taper down to the 18 mil, so it fits it really well. And I think the tan suits the watch with the white and the blue hands. And the dial is, I just love the dial. It's so simple. All you've got is the IWC and then Schaffenhausen automatic, and that's all the text there is, which I think is great, apart from the dates where it says days there. And it's just simplicity. I wish more watch companies would do this. A lot of the companies now are just throwing on text for absolutely no reason whatsoever, I think. You'll have the depth rating on it, and then you'll have automatic chronometer, and it's like having a manual on there. I know the Tudor, they now call it the 5-dial watch because there's just so much text on the dial, and this is just so simple and elegant. So around the edges, you've got these railroad minute markers, which just look, I think, fantastic. It gives it a kind of a vintagey look to it as well. And on the the second hands, you've got the same railroad type markings all the way around. So on the left hand side, you've got the constant second hand, and on the right hand side, you've got the power reserve indicator. And you can see it's a 7-day power reserve. So you can, once it's wound up, it will just keep going for 7 days. Now, it's not a hand winding mechanism, it's an automatic, so as you wear it, it will constantly keep the watch wound. So all you've got to do is just pull it out 2 clicks, and then it will stop the second hand, which is hacking. That will change the time. And then the 1 click, let me just turn it over because I wasn't quite sure if the date window was about to change. And then 1 click, that will change the date. There we go, it's that way. And the date has, again, a nice solid feel, like some of my other watches. It's got a real solid feel. It bangs straight in, which is great. And then if you close it to the 0 position, and then that will wind it. And then when you're winding it, you can see the power reserve increasing. Now normally what I do is I'll just wind it up to probably just out of the red or into there where it's just starting to, and then just wear it and let the watch wind itself throughout the day and throughout the days while I'm wearing it. And if I'm going to put it down, I know I'm not going to wear it for a few days, I'll just wind it up to the 7, and then 7 days later there's still power in there. I don't have to constantly reset it or change the dates or anything else like that, which is great. Back when this watch first came out, there were not many watches which had a 7-day power reserve. I mean, now you've got Panerai, which I believe they do an 8-day. Jaeger will do also, I think, a 7-day or an 8-day as well. And some of the Breitlings now have got, I think, 3 or 4 days. So they're all sort of increasing the power, so you don't have to constantly keep winding it. Now, one of the best things about the watch is the back case. Now, in some of my other videos, you've probably noticed that I've said that I'm not a big fan of open back cases unless the back or the movement is something special. And I think this one is justified to have a open back case. And the way they've done it is just fantastic. Literally, the entire back is open. Some of the watches which have open cases, they'll have great big metal rings around the head, so you're literally just seeing this section here. But what they've done is they've just completely opened it all up, put a tiny little bezel around the edge, and you can see the entire movement. And again, it's a really pretty movement as well. So I think it's very well justified to have this open case movement. Yeah, big fan of the back. Another reason to buy this watch. So you've got on the case, there's a brushed and polished, which I have to say I would have preferred just one, either brushed or polished. So you've got in the center here, it's all brushed, and then above it's then polished, and then below it's then polished. Personally, I would have preferred it to be all one, either polished or brushed. But I'm sure some people would like the way they've done the 2 edges. The crown is not screw-in, so it's I believe the water resistant on this is 50 meters. There's the reference number. I'm trying to see if it actually says. I'm just looking through the viewfinder, so excuse me if I miss it. But I believe it's 50 meters water resistant because it's not a screw-in crown. But I've never taken it in the pool or in the sea, and I have taken other watches which are 50 meters water resistant without any issues, but yeah, this one maybe I wouldn't. I'm not quite sure about that. The blue hands just shine incredibly well when the sunlight hits it or any light hits it, and then you've got the blue applied hour markers all the way around. Now there's no lume anywhere on the watch, so at night time you can't see it at all. But I'm quite happy they didn't put lume pips, like there, or on the edges where they've got the markers. I think it just suits the watch without the lume markers. Even the black one has some silver hour markers and silver hands, and that's what really drew me to the black one first. I just love the silver hands and the silver hour markers. But like I said, the blue has really grown on me, and I'm really enjoying the watch. And I will be constantly changing the straps. And if you want to follow the constant strap change, you can follow me on Instagram, and I'll be posting some pictures on there as and when I change the straps. But yeah, so fantastic watch, highly recommended. Love the black dial one, even though I've had it 12 odd years, and actually I haven't worn it probably for about 5 years, which is not a good thing. And I know a lot of people say if you don't wear the watch, you'd sell it, but I just couldn't bring myself to sell the black one, and I probably won't ever sell the black one. I think, given the choice between the two, I would still go for the black, but that's my personal preference. Like I said, the white is the most popular. You can get it in gold, and I believe the way you can tell it's a gold, white gold, is the dial is got this. It's a grey colour compared to the white. I'm not sure I think the hands are silver as well. I'm not sure, but I'll have a look at that, and I'll post some pictures and find out which it is. But I'm a big fan of IWC. This is now my 4th, I think. Goodness. And I'm actually going to be getting another one, the IWC Portuguese chronograph with the new in-house movement. But the only problem is in England, they're so hard to find. I did see a couple in Hong Kong, so I'll probably be buying it from Hong Kong because they have a lot more wider range of watches in Hong Kong than they do here in England. And also they're usually a bit cheaper as well. But yeah, anyone who's thinking of buying an IWC Portuguese 5001, highly recommended. And actually, just another point before I go, they've actually updated the watch again. So there's even a new movement as well. So you could probably get hold of the one with this movement in, and you might be able to get a good price for it as well. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, highly recommended. If anybody's thinking of buying a 5001 and they need any help and advice, feel free to send me an email. It's in the description, and I would be more than happy to offer any advice that I can. Thank you for watching.